Regardless of how good you look, the real man will be turned off from you once you open your mouth or once he gets to know you. So it is really important to work on the internal aspect of this femininity before even thinking about changing or elevating your look. Hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm kind of upset right now because I was at least 14 minutes deep into my video when my iPad decided to exit me out. So now I have to do this all over again. I'm Coco Nelly for all of you that have never been on my page or this is your first time watching my videos, and for anyone that has returned, hello and thank you. Today we will be talking about blossoming into your femininity because I feel like I want to share with beginners or people that are interested in leveling up clear-cut steps on what to do and how to develop into your femininity and how to actually level up. So before I begin, I just want to say that I hope everyone is being safe out here. Honestly, I don't know what day of the quarantine we're in, but oh my gosh, I actually like it. You know, I'm a Scorpio. I like thrive being on my own, honestly. You know, I am a-okay. I hope everyone is taking time for themselves and actually doing things for themselves to develop into who they want to be, or just doing things that they always wanted to but may not have had the time to do it. This is the perfect time. Please guys, take advantage of this time, okay? So with the blossoming into your femininity, I put it into like a little series, and today I'll be doing part 1, and it's talking about feeling the part, because you can look as feminine as you want to on the outside. You could put as much makeup and lip gloss and wear the nicest perfumes and the nicest clothes and the highest of heels, but if you do not have the qualities of a feminine woman, regardless of how good you look, the real man will be turned off from you once you open your mouth or once he gets to know you. So it is really important to work on the internal aspect of this femininity before even thinking about changing or elevating your look, I should say. Not saying that you have to do the internal work and then change your external look. You could do that at the same time, but it's very important that you're balancing both of them out, and you're not just working on your beauty and how you dress and how you look without working on who you are as a person. So yeah, I think that's really important. So let's start with this, ladies. If you are chasing after a man, or you have chased after a man, you need to stop it. Stop. Terminado. Don't do it no more. Okay? You are operating in your masculine energy if you're chasing after a guy that does not want you. Even if you're chasing after a man and he may want you, you're making him the prize. So you need to be the prize. You are the prize. Come on. So if he's not stepping up to the plate, you need to have that conversation with him, or you need to cut him loose. If you're in a situationship where you've been messing with this guy for 3, 4, 5 months and past, and he has not even brought up a relationship that he wants to have with you, you need to leave him alone, because it's not going to happen, okay? So, and moving forward, when you do cut these situationships off, you need to commit to yourself and promise yourself that you will not have sex without commitment. And with that, I mean, he needs to be your boyfriend. You guys need to promise or decide that you will be exclusive to each other. And only then, that's when you're allowed to have sex with him. If he doesn't promise or he doesn't say that he'll do that, then no kitty for you. Okay? And it's really, I've been doing it. I think I'm on like month 6 or 7 or something like that. No. Yeah, it's April. I'm on month 6, guys. And there is a guy that I'm talking to, and none of that has been in the picture, and I honestly think that it's an amazing way to develop intimacy and actually genuinely getting to know somebody. Sex does not have to happen, especially if he really likes you and he really wants to get to know you. You do not have to have sex. Please, ladies, cut sex out. No sex without commitment, and it will change your life. So another step is taking time to learn new things about yourself. So as I said, this is the perfect time because we have so much extra time. So just trying to learn or do things that you've always wanted to do that you couldn't do, especially if it's something that you've always wanted to do at home or that's like home based. So for me right now, since I'm home, I'm really trying to learn how to better take care of my skin, like have a skincare routine, and it's actually very complicated. I've been researching into it, and I'm just like, it's mad extensive. So there's a lot of things that we could be doing with our time instead of like worrying about some dude that isn't texting us back. I mean, my dude's texting me back because I'm developing into my femininity and I just know so much more now. But for all y'all that are worrying, y'all need to worry about yourself, okay? Get into nature more. That's a feminine thing to do. And a lot of women that are feminine go into nature and they just like to be around flowers and plants, and it's like very therapeutic at the same time. So just being around plants and watering them and nurturing them, those are all feminine qualities. So or planting them, just being around nature, smelling the air, smelling the flowers, that's all girly. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Also, another tip that I recommend for you all is to make a short-term vision board. So I would say a short-term vision goal or vision board is like a 6-month kind of thing that you can achieve in 6 months. So I made one, and I'm saying short-term just because if you are a beginner and you want to see results quick, I would just make a vision board with the things that you know that you can and want to accomplish within the next 6 months. So like cooking, sewing, knitting, like things that you want to do for yourself, but also things that you want to change about you internally. Make sure you find some words that resonate you in like magazines, cut them out and put them on the board. And also you can also add things that you want to do for your external looks. Like if you see a really nice outfit and somebody looks really good, or like a nice perfume brand that you want, like, just whatever, just add it to your vision board. Continue looking into it, living your purpose every day, and just try to, you have to actually work towards the vision board. You don't just make it and not work towards it. Like you have to actually do it for it to happen, And once you get into that routine of doing these things, you're going to realize like how much you have changed and how much you are developing into this feminine, amazing, confident, sexy, leveled up woman, okay? So buy a journal and start writing. Make sure you add that to your vision board to start doing. And basically with this, you just want to jot down anything that you might be feeling, or how your day went, or what you want to do with yourself or improve on, and just write about it. I'm not going to say that it's only a feminine thing to do, because I encourage everyone to do it, especially for therapeutic purposes. So I think it is very helpful to develop into your femininity though, because you are able to write down your feelings and feel your feelings and understand your feelings, which is really important with being a feminine woman because you feel things. So yeah, another step that I recommend is trying to surround yourself with like-minded women. So right now, I guess that's the only way to do that is virtually. Try joining Facebook level up groups. There's this lady on Instagram named Simply Shanika, or Shanika Adams, and she has a Facebook level up group, and I've been added to it. I added myself to it a couple weeks ago. There are a lot of level up groups that you can find on Facebook, and if you can't find anything, I'm sure a Google search will help you. And once we're back in this world and able to, travel and be out again, I recommend that you all look into eventbrite.com and find events that are happening near you, especially women empowerment events, or just programs and events that you are interested in that you know you can meet women that are like-minded and have the same interests as you. So if you want to do a baking class or a booking or a cooking or a makeup class, like you can definitely find like a Eventbrite program on that, and you could probably meet some great amazing women. Okay. So if you're friends with pick me chicks, chicks that'd be desperate, loud, and like will do anything for a man, they're not the prize. If you're friends with women like them, you have to limit yourself and surround yourself with people that have the same mindset as you. Because these people, the pick me chicks, they're kind of on a lower vibrational level. And once you're around that, especially if you're going out with them to the club and stuff like that, or just like out in the bar, just if you're trying to meet like nice men, like they might deter, I don't even know that's a word, they might scare the guys away, honestly, and they might attract the wrong ones towards you guys. Honestly, the right ones aren't gonna come towards y'all, but the wrong ones, the dusties, will be. But like a pygmy is a dusty magnet. So as I said, you just want to limit yourself and just be aware and cautious of where you're going with these people and what your actual goal is if you're going out with them. So as I said, pick me chicks include desperate chicks, ones that'll never leave their dudes no matter what. They can cheat on them, they can have a baby on them, but they still with them. Like, no. The ride or die chicks, the attention seekers when men are around, are just straight up thoughts. Sorry. Stay away from them. They're on a different level. When they're ready to level up, y'all can level up together. You can help her level up. But if she's not ready to move on and elevate her life, then I'm sorry, but you're going to have to leave her alone. And my last tip is don't be afraid to be vulnerable, but only when you feel like it's appropriate. Now, this is my thing. This is what I've been working on internally because I am a Scorpio. I do not share my feelings. Like, I don't trust nobody. I don't be sharing my feelings. But honestly, this year, I mean, I am still working on that, but I've been learning to trust the right people. Kinda, sorta. But I'm kind of learning about people, and I'm realizing that if you are able to share something about yourself that might be personal, doesn't have to be super deep, but if you can share something about yourself that's personal and other people can relate and realize like, hey, like she's not this big bad mean person, then these people they will attract towards you and they will like you and they would want to be your friends. So you don't want to just be like stuck up and mean or just have that resting bitch face all the time. You do want to smile. You do want to share things about you. Vulnerability is a sign of strength, not weakness, because it takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and tell people about your life and your feelings. And some people off the bat, they're okay with that. If you watch my video about the 6 types of people to stay away from, I do talk about this type of person that is excessively vulnerable. And that's a type of person you don't want to be. Now, you have to be able to keep it together when you need to. You don't need to share your problems every time you see this person, see whoever. So it's really important that you understand that being vulnerable, it's okay to be vulnerable in bits and pieces. You don't want to be vulnerable every single time. Like, people will actually get tired of that. I know that I do. Every time I see you and you're like emotional or like sad and depressed about something like that, I'm sorry, but that does lower your energy. That's like energy draining, because now you have to figure out what's wrong with this person, how can I fix it, and if it's something like it's on a constant basis, like that's not healthy for you. Okay, you are not this person's therapist. Like, if they have these issues, don't feel bad for not wanting to, sit down and talk to them about it every single time. I feel like that's kind of toxic, and that's why they have freaking therapists out here that you can go and talk to. Okay? So yeah, it's just important to not overshare, because people can see you as too emotional or just straight up emotionally unstable. So with being a feminine woman, you are very much so allowed to cry. If you're out and something makes you emotional, go ahead and cry. That's perfectly fine. That's still like a sign of vulnerability. Especially if you're around a guy and you do that, like I think that's really cute. And he'll want to comfort you. So, ladies, this is what I have for you for the part 1 series of blossoming into your femininity. Now, femininity does get deep. It is kind of complex and it is a progressive process. My point is that you always have to work on developing yourself. Okay? As we get older, we want to change and we want to develop into whatever the best version of ourselves. And the best versions of ourselves, I believe, they change with age and maturity and life experiences. So you definitely want to just start with this and try to see where this goes. You don't have to listen. I mean, I would recommend you listen to every step that I say, but the beauty about being a feminine woman is that there's no cookie cutter like map. You do want to have the basic qualities of being a feminine woman, I guess, and then develop into what you like. Sorry guys, my iPad actually kicked me out of my video. How disrespectful. But anyways, I actually was done with giving my tips. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that everyone has learned something and is ready to start their leveling up and femininity journey. It's an amazing journey. I have zero regrets. My life has changed so much in terms of how I view myself, my expectations, what I believe, how I expect people to treat me, and how people actually treat me now because of how I'm developing and my expectations and how I treat myself. So if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at Chanel East Coast, and definitely hit that notification bell once you subscribe to be notified, especially because I will be making another part to my series. It's coming out soon. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.